Okay, so Bree, it's a pleasure to have you here. So let's start with your name. I find it so funny, Lesbreehonest. So how did you come up with your stage name?
Great question. I appreciate you and thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's actually a riff off of Pitch Perfect. They have like a little lesbian joke in there, Lesbreehonest. But because my name is Bree, Lesbreehonest. So yeah, everybody gets a kick out of it. I love it.
Yeah, it's so funny. I find it fun.
Thank you.
When did you realize that being a DJ was more than just a hobby for you?
That's a really good question. I think, everybody starts off somewhere. And, for me, it was starting going to festivals, going to shows, things like that. And I've always had a passion for music. I just didn't know where I fit into it. And the more immersed I got in the scene and the more I got to meet my favorite DJs and have those interactions, I realized that these people are just out here sharing everything that they love. And I always grew up making playlists and sharing my favorite songs with my friends, and what better way to do that than in an art form that allows me to blend and express them the way that I want to. So but yeah, it's taking it seriously just came with time, and the more I did it, in my bedroom, the more I'm like, wait, I might be cooking here, you know what I mean? So yeah.
And it was always with EDM music?
Yeah, for me it was, yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I messed around with virtual DJ and open format kind of stuff. It just didn't click until I found this genre, for sure.
And did you study for it, or it was just practicing and meeting people, sharing techniques? Or?
Yeah, it was a lot of YouTube University.
Okay.
A lot of Googling things, figuring things out as I went, and just kind of playing around. And what a lot of us say is that a lot of it's happy accidents. You just mess around until you find things that work, and it's like, oh, okay, that's lit. Yeah.
Let me write it down.
Exactly.
Okay. How do you think the DJ community influences and support local talent?
I love that. I think that at first I was really intimidated by it, but the more I started putting myself out there and just meeting the people that run the local events, meeting a lot of people that DJ, I found that people really embrace those locals and those up and comers, and they want to see you succeed. They want to put you on, and it's easy to get trapped up in people that are out there touring nationwide and making all this money and thinking I'll never get there. But it starts local. It starts with those people that see you, see what you're doing, mess with you, and are willing to give you a chance, for sure.
Yeah, and I also think that EDM is a community that is so, it's healthy community, and trying to support people. It's not like other kind of music, you know.
Absolutely.
What I mean? You think
Yeah.
so too?
They're very, it's very I hate to use the plur thing as a bailout, but it's very we take care of each other. You look out for the people in front of you, you look out for the people behind you, and you want to see each other succeed,
Yeah.
It's especially at this level, there's not money and fame and all that involved in it. It's just, you want to see your homies do good, you want to see your homies have fun, and so it's really helps just everybody love and care and be there for each other. So
Yeah, I run the social media, and when we do you choose who's playing, with this event, it's crazy how many people participate, even other DJs tagging DJs to come here. It's I really don't see that in other places. The other places just step into others to go up and get fame and everything.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the only reason I'm here tonight, because my friends, my local DJs, everybody that knows me, and tagged me, willing to put their leg out on the line for me, is the only reason I got the opportunity to play tonight. So absolutely, 100%.
So for you, how did you started going to stage?
So I started with just kind of messing around in my bedroom, and then when I got a little bit more confident, I started messing around on TikTok. And TikTok was where I really got a lot of room for growth, because the more you mess around in there, the more you have people joining and following you and keeping up with what you're doing. And I remember my very first successful stream. I had a couple of random people that popped in, and they're like, yo, this is great, you should be playing somewhere. And I was like, you know what, you're right, I should be. It just takes getting past that nervousness. So once I got from there, I started recording mixes. And that's how I was able to kind of reach out to my network, reach out to people around me and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. If you like it, I'd love to come and play for you sometime. And all it took was one person saying, you know what, I got you, come out and play. I played a 30-minute set. Next thing I know, I've got 3 more booked. So it's the universe, when you put yourself out there and like put yourself a step towards what you want to do, the universe will show you you're going in the right direction. It's got a funny way of doing it.
Yeah, I think the difficult step is the one like going from your phone in TikTok or from your room to the real world.
Absolutely.
It's like, wow, like I'm taking this big step, I'm in front of people, live, and how was that for you? Like you were confident?
Yeah, I love that question because what I think people that aren't in the scene, well, people who don't DJ don't realize is that everywhere you go, you're going to play on different equipment. You know, like I may have a Flex 10 at home. Here they've got RX3s. At Myth, they'll have CDJ 3000s, which that might sound like Greek to some people, but it's different equipment, and that's the hardest learning curve of being a DJ. So you just have to like do whatever preparation you can do at home to like make yourself comfortable with like what you want to play. And that eliminates that factor, so you can like deal with any flukes that come up, any technological problems, learning that equipment there. So like that for me, that was the biggest thing, because I'm used to like my friends being on TikTok, like yeah, their faces aren't staring at me, but I'm kind of used to having people there and people watching and knowing like, oh God, if I mess up, people are gonna see it.
Yeah.
But it's eliminating any of those factors that could make it go wrong, so that you can focus on whatever the task at hand is and whatever like that learning curve is. Yeah.
So you talk about the equipment. So when you started with cheap equipment like Amazon kit, something like that, or you went big?
No, I can't. I had to make sure that like I had something going for me before I invested, you know.
Right.
So I started with it's a Rev 5, so it was like a $200 board, something like that. And once I felt like okay, I'm doing something, but I need more than what this is giving me, then I sold that to get the one I have now, which was an upgrade. And I'm already plotting my next upgrade. You know, I'm already looking at what I want next. Because it's like the closer you get to like the club standard equipment, the less you've got that variable of like, oh, what am I playing on tonight? Like last week we played here and I played with something I never would have thought I would have played on, but hey, it went fine. We killed it. So yeah.
If you could collaborate with any artist, I don't know, you have songs in SoundCloud or something like that, but if you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be and why?
That's so cool. So I'm actually just starting my production journey, so I can start making my own. It's a toss-up for me because I've got 2 big influences and 2 big people that I love, and it's either Tate B or Ferva. Ferva's sound design is incredible, but Tate B's like infusion of like hip hop and like modern day music, like top 100 kind of music with the EDM, it's a toss up between the 2 of them because that's really like, that's my niche right there. That's what I'm into.
Okay, so what's your favorite style to play? Or like, is it different what you play here or what you produce?
I think it'll be similar. I mean, you've got to find like your niche. You've got to find like what makes you different. Otherwise, you just sound like everybody else out there. But I want to find like my sweet spot and still kind of trying to figure out what that sound looks like.
Right.
But yeah, exactly. It's definitely going to be like heavy in that experimental bass scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is your favorite type of music to play in events?
Definitely like that experimental bass mixed with like your rap, and I like to throw a little girl power in there. It's like my Sabrina Carpenter, my Meg Thee Stallion,
okay.
you know what I mean? So I feel that a lot of people that play like my kind of music with that like rap fusion with experimental bass, it's really like male dominated. So I'm really trying to make sure that like I always got some of that girl power in there, you know?
Talking about that, what advice would you give to women trying to make a name in electronic music industry?
Make as many friends as you can. Like making friends goes further than anything else, you know? I hate to say networking because it's so transactional, you know?
Yeah.
But like that's really it. Like the more people you meet, the more people that you like become friends with, the more people that like see what you're doing and fuck with you, or mess with you or do what you're doing, then that's it right there. Like, and I think some advice that I got recently as long as you're always bringing your best to the table, people are going to believe in you. People are going to see the vision and they're going to mess with you. So that's the two things, making friends and just being like an authentic, genuine human being, and making sure you're always one-upping yourself and always like bringing your best to the table.
Yeah, because you don't know who has an opportunity for you at any moment.
Literally, you never know. I mean, there's a place that I've been trying to get booked, and I talked to, the people involved in that recently, and they straight up were like, oh, I know who you are, and I was like, wait, you know who I am? Okay, period. So like, it just goes to show, as long as you keep putting yourself out there and just doing your best every time, exactly, you don't know know who's watching. I played a random back-to-back recently because somebody wasn't able to come to a show, and I played a song of an artist who is local and didn't realize that they were literally in the main room of the venue. And I saw them 5 minutes after I got off the back-to-back. I swiped up on their Instagram story. I was like, bro, you were at this place last night? And they were like, yeah. I was like, yo, I literally saw you like 5 minutes after I played your song. And that just goes to show, like, literally, they walked outside 5 minutes sooner, they would have seen me dropping their music. And, like, you never know. So, and, you never know what kind of friendships might be forged there. So,
right. Yeah. It's like so up.
Absolutely. Happy accidents.
And also about women, it's like, you see a different, like, do you see any difficulties for women in this male-dominated industry?
I'd say it's 50-50. Like, I definitely see where it can happen, but I feel like the people that I have met have been very open, and like, I don't feel like I've been shut down because I'm a woman, but I do feel like there are times when it just feels like, damn, like everybody around me is a guy, like, you know what I mean? It definitely feels that way. But people here, I've been shocked. I've been shocked since I started my journey at like how open people are and like welcoming. Like,
you mean here in Jacksonville?
Yeah, here in Jacksonville specifically. Yeah.
Because I think maybe right now it's not that male dominant, but it used to be.
Absolutely.
Like from the beginning, it was just male DJs.
Absolutely.
I didn't know any.
And now you look around, you got like Zingara, you got Stellar, you got Sippy, you got Level Up, you got all these people that are like doing big stuff, doing big tours, like absolutely making a name for women in the scene.
Yeah. But it's like now, right? Like not when it started.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely within the recent.
And like, the most famous people is always men. As in everything.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But we're gonna change that. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Keep it up, please. What do you like the most about playing in 444?
I think that specifically recently, since everything has like rebranded and changed, it just feels so like homey. You know what I mean? And like, you come here and you see people you saw last time you were here. You see people that you talk to, and it's just like, it feels like you're around family for sure. And I think that's the best, because like some places you go in town, like,
you see,
I'm like, I have no idea who you are. I don't feel like I can walk up to you and strike a conversation. Here is different. Like, if I don't know you, I feel like, hey, what's up? My name is Bree. How can how can we be friends? Whatever, however you approach it, however you're feeling the vibe.
No, but it's true. Like, we are trying to build our own community.
Yeah.
So I think it feels like I don't know anybody. I'm new in this, but everybody is like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. You work here? Oh, I didn't see you. Like, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
But blah blah blah. Like making a conversation. When I go out, whatever else, it's like I don't talk to anybody. Obviously, like the people is minding their business.
Absolutely.
But here it's like we are all here, like for the same thing. Let's talk about it, or I don't know.
Definitely.
You feel like that too?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I am really outgoing. I love making friends with people, but that's how I feel too. Like, there's other places in town I go, and I just feel people are like shut off. They're only there to talk to their friends. They're not like, but here people are like, hey, yo, what's your name? And I'm like, yo, my name is this. What's up? How you doing? Who are you here to see tonight? It's definitely a different vibe for sure.
And about playing, do you think we have anything special?
Absolutely. I think playing outside tonight was a lot of fun. The idea that we've got two different vibes, one outside and one inside.
Yeah.
Something for a little bit for everybody's fun. Last week playing here with Wolf Doctor, shout out Wolf Doctor. That was just a big homie fest. Like, half the people I didn't know, but by the time I left I did, and it was just awesome. The sound setup here is great. The vibes, especially the Haunted Studio right now. The Haunted Studio looks incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys are killing it for sure.
Okay, well, that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
being
for
here.
having me. I appreciate you. It's so much fun.
Yeah, same.